Hello, me again. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm just going to talk to you about the Festool rotex sanders. Now, I am fortunate to own the 150 and the 90 rotex sanders, and I basically was that impressed with them, I no longer use my belt sanders. Because of the way that they spin, sands a lot better than a belt. You've got no worry of the belt flying off or disappearing off your workbench. They basically are like a grinder, really. I think that's how Festool must have got their idea from. I mean, I've been fortunate enough in my career, I've done timber, sort of like, how can I put it, play apparatus, stroke woodland themed timber lumber, where we use a chainsaw basically to fell the trees and sort of use the grinders really to grind down the trees to make them soft, so you can pretty much not get any splinters from. So the Rotex 90 is the smaller one of the two, as you can see here, and it basically operates with a thumb push. You've got 2 speeds on the top, you can see there. So this side here is the how can I put it, really, the more finer sanding, really. It doesn't spin, just vibrates, where these two spin. That's a great bit of kit. What I like about the Festool is you get a long lead for a start, and then you get extraction. So I am no longer breathing in any dust, because it all fits the CLT26 or the MIDI hoovers. I'll show you mine in a minute, but that's what this one's connected up to. So that's the dinky one, with all the detailed sanding. And then we have the Rotex 150, the beast. I mean, this has got 2 speed settings, and yeah, say no more really. It will sand. And then it all goes down to really your gritting. So I'll show you some examples of gritting papers that we've got sanded. There's so many brands, and it's best to try and keep it to Festool because it works with the holes, obviously. I'll show you an example. Festool branded sandpaper, you have more holes in, which means you've got more dust extraction, where other brands have less holes in, more sandpaper you would argue, but they tend not to suck away the dust as good. And what I just showed you then was a 180 grit. You can see that on the camera. And that one is a 220 grit. I don't know if you know how grit paper works, but basically the smaller the number, the harder the grit, the bigger the number, the finer the grit. So we've got a P40 there, and it's quite a chunky gritty, where we've got 220, it's almost smooth. So I can give you a quick demonstration really on what you can achieve with those grit papers. And if you bear with me, I'll just go and turn the 110 on, and I'll show you some quick sort of demos on both. So just bear me 2 seconds. I'll keep talking because you can hear me. I'll just plug in my 110. Right, we are cooking with gas. For the purpose of YouTube, I will put my ear defenders on. I can't sand with goggles on, I can't see what I'm doing, but you must wear all PPE at all times. I must say that. That's why it's there to be used. So don't think you're hard by not wearing it. Wear it. I can't see with glasses on. That's my own personal preference. but I would wear glasses and ear defenders. So with the Festool hoovers, you have them on auto, so you don't have to keep going over and over, turning it on, turning it off, and you basically control your sander by your finger movements. So this ash my son done yesterday for his school teacher is ready for staining really. I might give one more blow over just to demonstrate the smoothness of it. But I don't know if you can see, you can't really, you can see that grain's quite, yeah, it's quite raised there, yeah. So that we'd go over that, work it away until basically the grain is smooth. You shouldn't really get any lumps. So right, we'll demonstrate with the 150 first. So I'm going to start off with probably a 60 grit. So a 60 grit. Just literally peels off. All right. There we go. I don't know if you can see already, but with the 60, I'm not even touching some of that grain there. So that's an indication I need to go a little bit more coarser. So I'm going to go down to a 40. So I don't know if you can see, there's probably one bit there and maybe there that I need to carry on with. But the 40 takes out all the planer marks of your planer thicknesser. So there you are, 40 grit. It's completely taken away all those, you can see on that side, really bumpy lines just about there. See, the 40 grit will completely get rid of that. So the next stage of this sanding is to take the arris off, so smooth it over. So I use the baby 90 for this because it's easier to control because it spins. as you can see, I have taken the arris off, which is removing the sharp edge which you see here and replacing it with almost like a bull nose. And then basically repeat the same process on the other side and then work your way through the grits till you get to a point where it's really super smooth. So I probably would have finished that with a 220 or maybe even a 300 just to get it really smooth. And when you stain these, hardwoods especially, you have to sort of do one coat, let it sort of sink in, sand it off again, then restain, and then probably do that once or twice, maybe 3 times, maybe even go over it with wire and wool just to seal the grain, and then you get a real seal chopping board then. So yeah, I'm going to carry on and go from there. So more sanding. I flipped it over now so it's on the opposite side, taking all the planer marks off. Don't know if you can see really, but you'll see little round rotation marks as the sander passes over the timber, and that's what the rotex does, goes round in a circle. So basically you have to work that out of your sanding but without taking too much timber off, so that's why you have the different size grits to achieve that. So yeah, back to the dinky one to form the bull nose. So you don't want to take too much off because it look too round. I quite like keeping things square. And then just go over all the edges with your desired gritted papers and get it nice and smooth, ready for staining. So I'll finish with the 40. So I'm probably going to go from we're going to go 120 now. you can see it's now starting to take away the rotex lines, as you would say, and basically getting it really smooth so all you can see is grain. I'm probably going to run it over the on the vise so I can do the edges, because I can't really do it on the bench. So, yeah, I'm going to set up over there now. Probably better if I put you there, actually. Right. And there we have it, one sanded chopping board. So it's ready really for some final hand sanding, just to go around the edges, and then it'll be ready for staining. So join me next time and you'll see it stained. But for now, thanks for watching and keep woodworking.